We have finally made it today.
Oh, Abhishek, you're stressed out. I'm calming you down.
And what is circadian rhythm?
Just kidding.
They say that they don't need automation. It's gonna be a challenging for you.
Are you serious? What is advanced level of automation?
I need no filters on this. You have probably heard of smart homes, but what does it really mean for your home efficiency and convenience? Welcome to the second episode of the Zeqon show. I'm Abhishek Valecha here, talking about something that's changing homes, home automation. To shed some light on this, we have Mr. Anand Sen, who leads luxury residential business in India at Lutron, which is international leading luxury lighting control brand, who will share his insights on the challenges, benefits, and future of home automation. Welcome to the show, Anandji. How are you feeling today? After, I guess, 4-5 discussions and 2-3 months, we have finally made it today.
Oh, thank you, Abhishek, first of all, for inviting me in this Zeqon show. And I'm super excited to have some interesting conversation with you in this show.
All right, then, let's jump in and see how home automation is making luxury living smarter and easier. Let me start with the first question. What is home automation and how would you explain it to someone who is new to it?
That's an interesting question, Abhishek. I have been doing this for now ages. So, home automation is a technology which is used to control or automate your household appliances or various devices. Now, what are these? These are your lights, various kind of artificial lights. These are your window treatments. Now, when we talk about window treatment, it can be curtains, it can be rollers, it can be Romans, it can be wooden Venetians, and various others. Air conditioning system, which is HVAC, VRV, VRF, which is very popular nowadays in big large scale homes, and other air conditioning devices as well. Fans, entertainment system. When we talk about entertainment system, these are your audio video. Audio are generally those speakers which is available in the market. Video, which refers to projector screens, TVs, and not to forget about the security part as well, which is surveillances and other devices, right? So when we combine everything together in a home, so that's home automation. Now when we talk about how, right, how is like, there are three things which we need to consider in home automation. One is wired solution, one is wireless, and the third one is hybrid, which is a mixture of wired and wireless. Nowadays voice controls are gaining a lot of popularity. What are these voice controls? These are Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri. Like you command them and things turn on, turn off, or trigger. Like for example, you say, "Hey Siri, turn on the lights."
Which room? Dining room, front foyer, living room, master bedroom, TV area, or everywhere?
See, you see technology. I say, dining room.
Okay.
See, that's the power of voice control and technology.
Yeah, true.
Okay. There are again three different factors in home automation why you should have it. Convenience, comfort, and ease of use. So this is how home automation works, and to make it very simple, this is what home automation is.
So, I have a second question to your answer itself. As you mentioned that we can control it via voice recognition, mobile applications, and something like that. So, I have many clients who says that we don't need automation. We don't want to get lazy. That we are operating all of these things via voice and like smartphones, and we're not getting up to turn on the lights also.
You said the word lazy. Are you serious? Lazy in home automation? Okay, let me ask you another question. Which car do you drive? A manual one or automated one?
Of course, automatic
Why?
gives me convenience.
Convenience?
Yeah.
What kind of convenience?
When you're stuck in traffic, you don't have to again and again.
So
catch.
there is clutch, brake, gear,
Yeah.
right? So what is that? That's ease of use, right? Or also, I know you look very fit, Abhishek. So it is giving you a workout on your leg muscles, right? Why don't you drive a manual car? Because you don't want to, right? So you are traveling from point A to point B and you want the car to run smooth without any other factors to be kept in mind. Similarly, in lighting control, right, or home automation, as you said, convenience and comfort.
Yeah.
It brings convenience, comfort, and ease of use. So, as you rightly pointed out, it's more convenient and comfort for you, right? Switching on the, changing the gears, clutch and brake, you want to avoid. Something similar which you can apply in your home with the help of home automation. Okay, let's give an example. Here, you have 12 button conventional switchboard. And if I ask you, Abhishek, can you please turn on the light, the fourth button,
Four button like from the downside or the upper side.
the top one, on the upper one?
But from the left or right?
See how difficult it is for you to, operate it, right? Now imagine this conventional switchboard is gone and four button automated keypad is there. Just four button. In that you have morning scene, evening scene, relax, and good night. If I tell you, can you please turn on relax? Go ahead.
Of course, I can do because it's engraved over there.
Right? So isn't that convenience and comfort and ease of use? So Abhishek, would you call this lazy or convenient for you?
I would say it's convenience and it's a matter of the thinking.
You are absolutely right, Abhishek. So again, like our profile of customers, they once they come back home, they need convenience and comfort. There's a word what we call as luxury stops when you start thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree to that point. Right. So, like, there is also a question in my head right now. As we mentioned in India, right? So you have traveled across the world and you have traveled a lot, right? So what have you seen in the Europe market, UK or else United States, all of those markets? Have you seen the difference of people using technology like smart homes and like this home automation specifically, if I say?
Of course, Western culture are early adopters in terms of technology or anything. And we have seen always that India always tries to catch up with the Western country,
Yeah.
right? uh, yes, there's a difference and things are changing. I will not say that India has not adopted the technology part. We have definitely adopted. How have we adopted? So we are using voice control devices. I talked about Siri, Google, Alexa. People have adopted video phones, which is connected to your phone. Like if there is a bell, you can see. So people are adopting. So, and apart from that, if we see still a lot of parts in India, technology has still not reached properly. Why? It is lack of awareness, infrastructure. So of course they are early adopters, as I said, like Western countries, like they want technology basic, right? Lot of real estate developers, they offer basic home automation like security, lighting control. That's a basic, and rest is scalable, right? They want to add audio, video. That's secondary, but basic security, lighting control, that has become the basic need. Most of the homes in the Western world, they are having it, and that's a need of our, right? They are always like on phone, like they want to check whether the lights are on, off, whether the alarm systems are working or not, because a lot of burglary things happening there. So they want to have that safety protocols maintained. So that's why they want to have it. And of course, in India, we have seen a good amount of adoption of these technologies in India. I would like to emphasize on pre-COVID versus post-COVID. Pre-COVID, the decision making of customers were taking time. Why should I have this? Why should I not have this? Now, within this 2 years of COVID time, or to be precise, 1.5 years of COVID time, people were sitting in home and they realized the importance of technology. And after that, the decision making have become so fast. So earlier it used to be a year or something like that, but now I need it.
So even I can agree to that point because when I started with home automation, like when I started my journey in home automation back in 2017 in Raipur, so that year was where even the word home automation, I had to tell people like what home automation is. So basically, to control the lights via mobile application, voice command, and all of that. I've seen drastic change after COVID. Like people have adopted a lot. If we compare it pre-COVID and after COVID, that is true. And as we can see, the trend of using home automation in India is slowly progressing. But I would like to ask you, who do you really think is not ready for home automation yet?
Wow, what a question. People who are not ready for change. So, see, major chunk of people, especially the tier 2, tier 3 cities, they are not fully yet prepared or willing to adopt quickly as like metropolitan cities, where the awareness is much higher. uh, it is our responsibility, in fact, the brand and system integrators like you needs to create more awareness why it is needed, uh, by having great experience centers, inviting them to experience centers to have the look and feel. Even there are certain set of interior designers who are not very much comfortable with technology. Again, that segment needs to be captured. How technology and design can blend with each other and deliver an amazing experience for the end user. So again, it is our responsibility to create that awareness. So you have an amazing experience center here in Raipur. So maybe such kind of events can give them a better insight how really it can impact, because people spend a lot of money in furniture, artifact, paintings, textured wall. How automation can really impact. I think even that segment needs to be captured properly. Yes, there are a lot of designers who wants technology to be part of the design, which is your home automation, of course. So we need to even address such segment of interior designers, because at the end of the day, these interior designers influences or adds value for end users, because the end users, the end customers, they completely rely on interior designer. So that segment needs to be well addressed.
So, and do you also think that home automation requires skilled labor according to you? Or what are the challenges related to the training and availability of the skilled labor in the field right now in India?
That's the most challenging part, Abhishek. Getting skilled labor in India is a task. So why? First, we don't have a proper curriculum for them, right? So there is no proper smart home programs or institution who can train them for installing and commissioning in a proper way. Second, even if there is, okay, there are a lot of things when it comes to home automation. We need to make them learn on IoT, networking, electrical. So people are not willing, probably, or they don't know where to gain these knowledge. Third, in metropolitan cities, still you will find good skill technicians or electricians, but in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, lack of awareness. Because of that, even the end customers are not very sure on that. uh, Another point is constant evolution of technology, right? They don't know what to do, what not to do. They are very comfortable in the conventional wiring and they feel this is the best. And a lot of end customers, they believe on the electricians. I have experienced this in tier 2 and tier 3 cities as well. When I interact, no, my electrician has told me this is the best. Then I find that, okay, there's a gap because they are completely relying. And of course, the last is like unwilling. This is the best. I don't want to, learn. Self motivation to upgrade themselves, like what you see in the Western countries, right? They charge a bomb, right? One visit costs you $500.
Yeah, right. But in India, like even if you charge 500, it's gonna.
Yeah, so it's almost 35, 40,000 rupees. And in India, people will say, are you mad? 35,000 for one visit, right? So yes, because they want to learn, they want to evolve, but here it's very difficult. That's why we lack skilled laborers. And of course, if we don't have skilled labor, there's always a mishap. There's always a mishap in design, because if your design is not proper, there is always an error. Because home automation doesn't depend on you put devices and will work, because in backend you need to add breakers, you need to have proper wiring, you need to have proper electrical db. So those things needs to be taken care to get a great experience, because that needs to be more stable. If your backend is not stable, then of course your front end thing, it might work or might not work.
So basically, you mean that it is not always on the product, like or else a brand, but it also means that the installer and the backend system architecture of the system should be designed well.
Yes, yes. And of course, I want to highlight one more thing. There are a lot of brands in India who conduct these kind of trainings, 3-4 days training, right? So that helps them to upscale, like advanced level of automation. What is advanced level of automation? Right? How to do the proper wiring, how to do the proper electrical TV dressing, because there are a lot of external factors, right? So those things needs to be taken care. If you don't take care of the preliminary thing, which is the basics, there is always a chance of error.
And like I've come across the same question again and again from the clients that how much will it cost? Is it square feet calculation, or else approximately you can tell us, and all of that. So, do you think like telling a cost without knowing the layout is appropriate thing?
Absolutely not, because home is very private. It's not a commercial space. So this word called per square feet is more applicable in your commercial space, right? So when you design a home, per square feet uh, price depends upon a lot of various other aspect as well. So we cannot just say, okay, per square feet price for home automation is this much. It can be, just for an example, it can be 200 rupees and it can go up to 1000 rupees. Now, depending upon what you need, what is your spending power? Define expensive. Right? What is expensive? Are you correlating with someone or something? Like just I give example, Honda City is a very good car. Will you ever compare with Merc? Will your customer will ever come to you, okay, I need the Merc at Honda City price?
No, of course
Right?
not. It's not gonna happen.
So yeah, so those things needs to be taken care.
So a lot of clients they say that they don't need automation because they have maids at home to control all of these stuff. So I'm sure that you must also have faced certain questions back in time.
Yes, I do. Okay, I'll explain this with a scenario. Midnight 12. You said my mates will take care of it.
Yeah.
So at 12 or 1 in the night, you will call up your Ramu Kaka and Shamu Kaka, please aa jaiye and turn on the lights or open the curtains. No, right?
Yeah.
Even if you call, they might not pick up the call. So why to depend on someone else? So automation is all about convenience and comfort. So you know what to press. You will not fumble with lot of devices. So that is a game changer. Like you don't have to depend on anyone. I can share a lot of examples like that. Customers say, I want everything in my hand. The youth are now wanting that everything they should control. They should not depend on anyone else. So things are changing. If you correlate it in the right way, I'm sure the customer will understand.
Right. That makes sense. There is always ongoing debate between the wireless and wireless home automation and the wired home automation. So I'm sure you must have heard a lot of times in your journey till date. Of course, I keep on hearing that. Both are good, I would say. Now, how you are putting that application is more important thing. There are pros and cons as well for both wired and wireless. When we talk about wired, it is more secure. Communication speed is much faster.
reliability and security is there because nobody can intrude that privacy. Nobody can hack it. If it is done properly. Whereas in wireless, it only depends because it's still not yet that reliable. Okay. Uh, if it is a smaller space, if you want to cover, 1,000, 1,500 square feet, it's still good. I will say it's still good. But yes, if it's under construction wiring stage, I would rather prefer our customers to go with the wired. Not saying wireless is bad, but yes, as I told in the beginning, so there's a hybrid model as well, which is a mixture of wire and wireless. Because in a lot of brands, wireless has a dependency on Wi-Fi, and
Right.
there's always a disruption in the speed. So what if there's a very important event in your home? I'm not saying it's bad, right? But there's always that 10 or 15% chances when there's a birthday party, if you want to click it, whether it's in the keypad, whether in the app, it might not work. Whereas in wired, it will always work.
What's the weirdest smart home tech invention that you think should exist but doesn't yet?
Wow, weirdest. I would say, I think it should revolve around human well being. When I talk about human well being, there need to be smart devices which can capture human emotions, right? Okay, Abhishek entered the home after a very tiring day. Is he stressed? Is he emotional drained out? And the automation thing should help him feel relaxed, make him feel good, right? I'm sure you might have seen a lot of sci-fi movie which captures emotions, right? So something like that, like okay, they check your heartbeat, HRV rate, your pulses, your expression, your emotion, and maybe it can transform the space. Okay, Abhishek, you're stressed out. I'm calming you down by dimming down the lights, turning on your favorite music, playing a video, something like that.
So I have a sci-fi fantasy question. Movies like Iron Man, they show Stark House, so controlled by AI. So what do you say? Like, is future going towards that?
That's an interesting question. Uh, we are partially there. I will not fully. Now, how? Right. So you have seen that home. It's voice enabled, right? So of course we are doing that with help of various kind of voice control which is available in the market, like Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri. So which is partially doing that. What are they doing that? You tell, hey Siri, turn on the lights. Hey Siri, put on my favorite scene, right? So it transforms the space. So it is still doing it, but not fully the way you have seen the Stark home. So of course it will take some time because AI is pretty new. So they are building. So there you see that human emotions are also captured and everything is happening by themselves. So we are still far, but yes, we can definitely achieve that. It might take, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years to get that kind of a
But it's
sci-fi
gonna
home.
come.
Of course, of course. And apart from that, you have smart lighting controls as well. You have automated curtains as well, right? You have smart or video phones which is synchronized with your integrated system through which you can see who is coming in, who is coming out. Like you see the boom barriers or automated doors, you can allow the visitors to come automatically, right? By recognizing the face, you can do that. So that is still happening. So you're doing partially, but for such kind of thing, so AI is definitely working and definitely one day that is achievable.
Right.
That is achievable. And yes, I said it might take 10 years or 15 years. Hope we are alive. We should also enjoy that. I remember this talk show. I referred that.
Sure. So nowadays we are hearing about circadian rhythm. So how do you define like lighting control, like home automation can help us with the circadian rhythm? And what is circadian rhythm for basic?
It's a very deep subject, but I would like to explain this in a very simpler way. A body reacts to light, right? You wake up when the sun rises,
Yeah.
sun goes like this. So during the day, it energizes yourself, and when the sun set, you relax automatically. And by end of the day, you feel sleepy.
Yeah.
What is that? That's the complete circadian rhythm, your body clock.
Yeah.
Various time of the day, your body releases certain hormone. With that, you function. And in home automation, lighting control plays a very important and crucial role. If you want wellness in your home, this kind of amazing technology can literally add value. It can bring the natural light in because our body is reacting to light. So you can set it and forget it. So it will deliver the same natural light inside your home, the circadian rhythm, provided that you have tunable and dimmable fixtures. So you can achieve that. Hope I have explained you in simpler terms.
Yeah, of course. So that's quite interesting. So now we heard that home automation is also taking care of wellness. So it's not just only the fancy keypads or the designs and all of that. It's also taking care of the wellness. So now I feel we should also create awareness to the specifiers and users that home automation is not just a fancy keypads or controlling the lights or energy saving. It is also taking care of wellness, so we can help them for the wellness of their well-being. So it was a great conversation with you. Before wrapping up the show, let's begin a fun round that's myth and fact. It's gonna be a challenging for you, and I need no filters on this.
You're scaring me.
My first question for the myth and fact is: home automation is just a luxury and doesn't provide any real benefit.
Fact.
What are you talking? Business बंद कराओगे क्या?
I'm just kidding. So, of course, it's a myth. So, it can add dozens of value when you are adding home automation in your home, of course.
Second question: home automation is only possible in new homes. Myth or fact?
It's a myth. So, as I said, you have wired, wireless, and hybrid. So, depending upon the space and at what level it is, so you can definitely add all these kind of solution.
Right. Home automation can increase the value of your home. Myth or fact?
It's a fact.
So next question: home automation comprises the privacy of the person. Myth or fact?
It's a myth. Why are you staring me like that and laughing and blushing? In fact, so did somebody breach your privacy?
No, no, no.
Looks
It's
fishy.
nothing like that. So moving on to the next myth and fact question: the maintenance of home automation is very high. Myth or fact?
It's a myth. Of course, for everything you need maintenance. Like, again, my favorite example is cars. And every 6 months you need to maintain it, right? You need to give it for services, right? And these are highly sophisticated products that needs to be checked periodically so that there's no kind of failure.
So next, it becomes outdated after some time of installing. Myth or fact?
It's a myth, of course.
Home automation is one-time investment. Myth or fact?
Why are you laughing so much? Of course, it's a myth. It's of course a one-time maintenance. Again, you need to really select the right stable brand which has an existing proven records.
Right. Home automation system needs constant internet connection to work. Myth or fact?
It's a myth.
Home automation can enhance the security. Myth or fact?
It's a fact.
How does it enhance the security?
Of course, like who is coming to your home, whom you want to allow, like mate times, right? You know, accessibility to certain areas when you're not at home, right? So you are, blocking the doors and room access for certain set of people.
Home automation systems are too expensive for homeowners. Myth or fact?
It's a myth. It totally depends what is expensive for them.
So we have left two more questions for the myth and fact. Home automation can improve accessibility for physically disabled people. Myth or fact?
It's a fact.
How?
For physically disabled people, home automation really is a boon for them. How? There are occupancy sensors available in the market. Now, for example, at night, if these kind of people want to access the washroom, how will they do it? So these sensors are so smart enough so it captures their movement and it automatically turns on the light. So you open the door, it senses the movement and lights turns on. And once you're done, you don't have to touch anything, right? You come back and the sensors understand there's no one and it automatically shuts. Now, for example, somebody wants to fetch water, somebody wants to go outside, right? It's dark, right? And for these kind of people, they want to move. So we can design in a smart way from their bedroom to, for example, kitchen. Sensors are designed for especially for them at night will trigger out automatically. It will create a pathway with 20% light or 30% light so we can program, and that will help them to access whatever they need. Again, like there are wireless devices available in the market. So people who are disabled, they are using wheelchairs. So you can stick them near the wheelchair, and if they want, even they themselves can turn on, turn off, or whatever they want to do. So definitely, home automation is good for them.
So, last question: home automation systems can be customized to suit individual needs. Myth or fact?
Why are you smiling like that? What's your need, Abhishek? Tell me to address this question.
I just want my system to be smart enough to understand my lifestyle throughout the day and work accordingly. I should not work according to the system. System should work according to me.
Of course, it does. So it's a fact. You can customize your system according to what you need.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. A big thank you to Mr. Anand Sen for sharing insights on home automation. As small token of love, we have a hamper for you.
Wow, this looks amazing. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Abhishek, for inviting me in the Zeqon show. And it was lovely chatting with you. The insights, what we shared. Hope the audience connects with us. And I wish you all the best so that you can create more such episodes on home automation. Wish you all the best. And for the Zeqon show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. We truly appreciate your time and insights you gave today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Of course.
Thanks to all viewers. If you enjoyed this, stay tuned for more upcoming episodes. Keep living the future right here on The Zeqon Show. See you next time. Bye.